scenario. The scenario. The scenario. The scenario. The scenario.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Welcome, everybody, to a so fun episode of Here's the Scenario podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon. With me, as always,
is Mike Feeney, and also
Brendan Sagalow.
And we have a fantastic guest, one of the best in the biz, one of my favorite comedians. He's fucking absolutely hilarious. You know him from his podcast, Beautiful Anonymous, and the Chris Gethard Show. Give it up for Chris Gethard, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
That was a good intro.
I like that.
I feel
Yeah,
pretty
that was
good
really
about
good.
we pat ourselves in the back a lot as we host throughout.
Yeah, there's a lot of introspection on this show. We like to just
Someone's gotta.
We do like the DVD commentary immediately following the scene.
Well, what happens is when the business doesn't affirm you, you have to learn how to affirm yourself.
Well, you know, podcasting's a medium where we all sit and talk about ourselves, so we better say good things, right?
Yeah, I can't believe this is like huge now. Like everybody podcasts where we just go,
Some
okay.
shows.
What?
Yeah, some shows for sure.
No, I like it. I've been listening to a lot of NBA podcasts, and some of the things I genuinely don't even understand because I listen to the ones where they discuss like the CBA and certain contract negotiations, but it's all to alleviate myself from myself. It's all to get my voice to be at least secondary or third down.
Oh, yeah. If I have another person talking between me and the guy who hates me, then I'm living a perfect life.
Yeah.
Well, there is a thing too about putting yourself. You almost become like a third mic of a show that you're listening to. If you're
Feeney's answering back with the conversation.
You don't do that? You don't punch your steering wheel in the middle of the West Side Highway when somebody says
when they claim
something?
LeBron's overrated.
I'm a good audience member. I just sit and I watch.
You just take
Polite.
it. Well, that's not what the show is. The show is a hypothetical show. We do what if scenarios, would you rathers, F, marry, kills, all that fun stuff submitted by you, the audience. If you'd like preferential treatment for your question to be read on the show, go to patreon.com/scenariopod. We have over 300 hours of exclusive content on there for you. You get the episodes early each week, and you get your questions read on the show. So, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let us begin.
First question, Alex the Truck, new listener. If the world was about to run out of electricity and it would never come back, what is the last thing you would use your cell phone for?
Damn. What a terrifying possibility that could actually happen. The internet goes away.
Like a solar flare?
Yeah.
And then that's it?
I would kind of love that a little bit, I think. If
It'd
nobody got hurt, I mean, a lot of people would get hurt.
It'd be chaos
Planes
in the
would-
beginning. Planes.
Yeah. Planes.
Dude, the
Trains.
chaos that would ensue from a solar flare and our electrical grid going out. Do you remember when we had to wear gloves to the supermarket? Like shit was
yeah.
already fucking
Oh, yeah.
But
fell
now
apart
people
so
don't even know
quickly.
how to get to the supermarket.
I love how many ways we're all delaying just saying pornography. I love how many,
Honestly?
how that window where we're all like, we all know what the last thing we're gonna do. is.
I know.
Here's the question: do we get a printer? Because if we could like go and like print some stuff out with that last try.
No, I would have
We're
one.
gonna immediately revert back to paper-based pornography in a post-electricity world. You're desperately running for the printer.
I can never imagine what it could be again.
Just everybody runs to gas
I mean, we're
stations to
talking-
buy magazines.
Yeah.
But
There'd
think
still be
about that.
magazines.
Like webcams gone.
I know.
All the Reddit porn,
All the good stuff.
all the Reddit porn sections where people post porn of themselves. That makes
Yeah.
you feel a little less guilty.
Yes. Yes.
Gone. All that's gone.
Like
I'm like right there with you.
Yeah, dude. I'd probably look up like somebody who like, you know, you just know you'll never see naked if you don't have the internet
Yeah.
again.
Okay. So the fappening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Go
go
straight
back
to
to that.
fappening.org.
One last stop by Chatterbait.
Well, that's the key, I think. I think because
Yeah.
the internet's going to go out before your phone dies. Right, so you'll have a phone. So the key is to charge it up until the last second and
Download.
open as many porn tabs as humanly possible.
Right.
Play the videos all the way to the end, and then keep it gray and load
so
it.
much play it to the end where you just skip to the end and pause it and it will load all the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So your worst nightmare, though.
I'm just figuring out you can do that now.
Welcome to adulthood, dude. This is what I do on a plane.
Yeah.
So
That's why every man is good at scrubbing through any videos on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. How come you can watch his YouTube video so fast? It's like, well,
the worst mistake you could ever make, though, and I've done it so many times in haste, is like you're closing out out all your fucking apps and then you just swipe the internet and you're like, my whole life was in there. I just fucking loaded up 9 porn things or whatever.
Oh, yeah, right.
And
right,
now
right,
none
like-
of them are accessible because I have to then reload.
Yeah.
I guess I'd also maybe listen to some music, some recorded sound. That's gonna go away.
That's true. But no,
CDs,
we'll
though,
have
CDs
records.
and records and all that.
We'll have CDs,
Electricity will
records.
still have.
Electricity. No.
I thought it
we
was
don't
the
have electricity.
Wi-Fi. I thought it was the Wi-Fi.
No, so this is so the Wi-Fi goes out, the electricity goes out, meaning
Oh,
Wi-Fi
electricity.
is done.
Then it's
You need one of those music things that you pump like this.
An old like gramophone.
Ventrilo?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
with the
Controller.
horn.
Is it called a grandma
but
phone?
yeah.
Gramophone.
Grandma? Grandma? Like old?
No.
No, GRAMO.
Oh.
I believe.
I was-
Am I
Want to get that
wrong?
grandma phone?
I like how Brendan he also wasn't going to stop until you agreed with him.
No matter how many
Grandma,
times I said
right?
no, I had to spell it just to
Slowly.
verify.
Yeah.
And you also spelled it in a way that Brendan probably spells grandma.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you said GRAMO, not GRA.
Well, that's my dad's mom.
Now, wait a minute. If there's no electricity, we're
That was outstanding. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
we're reverting back to 1700 stuff where we're going to all be candlelight and all that other. I mean, that's going to.
I
put
like
us,
that.
I mean, a literal dark
excited
ages,
about
but
this.
a literal dark ages. But that is also going the ride down to that moment. If that happens like this, is going to be. There'll be blood in the street. There'll be a river of blood.
Well, that's why. Yeah. The all the power goes to the guns. That's the.
So
that's
maybe
the-
with our last Google search or last electricity thing or last option to use it forever would be to find a way to enable ourselves to last longer in that switch of chaos.
Were any of you guys in New York for the blackout of 2003?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
That's the closest we've seen a major metropolitan area where they just shut it all off. And there was a brief window that became, for anybody who wasn't in New York then or who has never lived in New York, that night actually became kind of joyous.
Uh-huh.
Like a lot of people took to the streets, partying, walking down blocks.
Yeah.
Ice cream stores were giving away ice cream because it was all melting. Everybody's hanging out in Washington Square Park. There were drum circles and people passing blunts around and stuff. It became kind of a big party, but there was a brief window where everybody was like, "Oh, is this 9/11 part 2?
Whoa.
And are we all
Yeah.
cutting each other's
Let's-
heads off?
let's-
Like, am I slicing through?" There was like a 10-minute window where we're all like, "What the fuck's going on? And do we have to kill to survive?"
Yeah, but
Do you
that's
think
gonna
that would have been
happen
quicker if the movie The Purge had already come out?
Great question.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah,
If that
fuck, all
influence
right.
was in the
Purging.
air, because that's always like a fantasy with people. The Purge is an idea that people have had, but that movie has been just like kind of a reference point for
Well, of
anybody.
course,
when
people who
that-
have criminal minds are like, "Oh my god, jackpot!
know,
Everything's dark and nothing works, and no
this-
one can call
This
anyone."
is what I do. I go on the dark web and buy a bunch of guns and things to right as it goes
Smart.
out, so it gets
guns.
Why don't
delivered.
you just go to
I
Walmart?
got you
Hey,
covered.
hey, why don't you just go to Walmart?
Yeah. The lights off. I'll buy all the. Oh yeah.
That's my political
I will
guy.
also place. That's a political.
That was
You want a
political.
gun? Just go to Walmart. Ew.
I don't even know the statement you're making.
You don't?
No.
I mean, it's like it's so easy to get
Oh,
a
I
gun.
see.
Blah blah blah.
I see.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I gotta lead these horses to water here.
Right, Chris?
He gets it.
I just want to put on the record that since I'm the one who brought up the blackout in 2003, I do want to admit I did shit my pants that night.
No way.
Did you really?
Shit, drunk?
No, I had stopped drinking then. I lived in, this was before I moved to New York City, but I used to commute all the time to do comedy from New Jersey. And I had to, I was driving home. First, we couldn't drive home because all the traffic lights were down.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just gridlock everywhere.
Whoa.
So I just hung out all night. And then in the middle of the night, I drove back to Jersey. But people had been giving away this free melting ice cream all day. And I ate so much free ice cream. I was 23 years old. I was like, gelato over here, ice cream over here. And I was just packed full of melty dairy
Oh my god.
on a hot August night. And I got about halfway home and was like, man, I went from 0 to shit my pants real quick, you know. I was like,
yeah.
doing the thing where I held the steering wheel from underneath and did kind of like
God.
a curl to
Yeah.
hold my asshole into the seat.
Like
you get-
legitimately thinking I should pull over and just shit.
Yeah, you get contractions where all of a sudden it's like if you're, and then the next time the contractions come, they're even worse, and you're like, this is gonna. It's like
You start to get the dick muscle shakes,
Mm.
right? When you're
All that.
squeezing your asshole so tight that your dick muscles start shaking. But the problem was, I should have just pulled over and shit somewhere. But the problem was, since I grew up in Jersey, I was like, oh, I know where.
I didn't want to shit on the lane.
No, I have no qualms just taking a shit on New Jersey. It's fine.
Everybody else
I
does.
love the place to death, but that's fine. But I was like, oh, I know where the diner is, and it's open 24 hours. And then I get there, I'm like, fuck, the lights are, what the fuck? Of course they're closed.
Right.
So I tried like 2 or 3 businesses before I finally was like, I'm being a fucking idiot. And then I made it home to where I lived at the time and found parking on my block, made it into my building. I lived on the 2nd floor.
Oh.
I was running up the stairs, and the motion of just the widening of the legs, I just felt like bloop, bloop, bloop. And it just came out.
You marathoned it.
I did.
In
yeah.
your hallway?
Maybe 15 feet from my front door.
Oh, no.
I made it all the way from Manhattan
So,
to Montclair,
let me-
New Jersey.
Let me ask you this question.
And then it was
Oh my
perched on the edge of the step. I couldn't find it. First, because I went.
It was a hard.
Dude, listen to this. So I finished the shit in my apartment. And I'm talking one of these ones where you like take your shirt off and you're sweating because it's such
Sure.
release. It's the best.
Oh my God.
That toilet never worked perfectly again after that. It never fully functioned again. And then I go to clean out my underwear, that sad moment. And I'm like, there's no shit in here, but I am certain I shit my pants. And then I saw, this was 2003. I was wearing some baggy jeans back then.
Nice.
And I saw down my leg just like dot, dot, dot. And I'm like, no fucking way. And it rolled all the way down my leg, out the cuff of my jeans.
Were you wearing
Your
boxers?
poor shoe.
I was wearing boxers, and then I went out in the hallway and perched on the step, like right on the 90-degree angle of the step was a almost
turd?
circular turd,
Just
almost
a single
my
one? There
a
wasn't
circular golf
Just a
ball of
little
turd.
musket bullet.
There wasn't
just
a
musket ball.
wasn't other pieces or like
Nope.
water or
It's just
anything?
one beautiful
Wow.
solitary.
Did you
Wow.
ruin your shirt? I mean, not your shirt, your shoes and your socks and everything? Like,
No, the shoes and socks were somehow unscathed. The pants were fucked up. The pants
my
had dots of shit.
That's amazing that
Yeah.
that's your body's reaction to dairy because I throw caution to the wind all the time with fucking ice cream. It's just what's worth it to me to shit myself.
Yeah.
And it is I've never had a compact anything. It's only been like a buckshot, just
Right.
complete spray.
Are you a soft serve or hard serve? I feel like that factors in.
I'm a soft serve mostly, I guess now.
Yeah.
But I usually, my wife Nicole, she knows anytime. Like she's like, what are you gonna get? And I'm like, I want a milkshake. And she's like, don't, man.
Yeah.
Like truly,
Yeah,
don't.
that's going in as water. It's
I
coming
fucking
out twice.
love milkshakes.
They're
though,
so
dude.
good.
They're so,
Delicious.
You drink
They're
them
so good.
so
I
fast.
so fast. Yeah, I shotgun
well, their straws are
milkshakes.
huge. Of course, you're gonna drink it fast. It's like a fucking cannon.
You
in
get
your
a
mouth.
headache. I might can.
I don't care. I'm going through the headache.
Yeah, it's
Don't give
all
a
worth
shit.
it. The pain, the shit, the everything is completely worth it. I just it's never been. I'm envious.
I like the way I
What
shit.
What did we answer
Thank
the
you so much.
question? What was the question?
Electricity.
What was the
Oh, what?
question?
what
Oh,
yeah, there
the
was a
electric-
specific question.
We order
though,
a
that-
bunch of stuff on Amazon to get
Right,
delivered,
right,
all
right, right.
supplies and
Yeah.
guns. And
No, I order an Uber to take us to my in-laws to get my father-in-law's guns.
Mm.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh,
All right.
Probably
That
wait
worked.
it out.
Probably wait it out. Good. You go the old patience route.
Yeah,
It
I
might come
know.
back.
I
What are your
trust-
stronger characteristics?
Our government will help us. I'm that guy.
Ethan Skullfox. Here's a scenario. You can only have one type of food, Italian, Mexican, etc., for the rest of your life. Whatever you choose, you have to speak in that accent whenever you eat. What are you choosing?
Wow.
Now,
That's
here's the thing, man. I've had this thought, not about the accent, but about which cuisine, if you could have one cuisine for the rest of your life. I thought about that many times, and it always came down to Italian and Mexican. And then I thought about it more, and I think physically I could live the healthier version of a lifestyle with Mexican food because you can have fish tacos, you can have like a quesadilla, pasta.
what about a
every day.
branzini?
Yeah, but that's also like that's just an Italian. I don't know if that is in
That would
the
be
realm
awesome.
of. I'm picturing like
I just wanted to say an Italian food.
yeah, like pastas and if you're having lasagna and stuff like that every day, it's gonna kill you pretty fast.
I think whatever you're having is going to kill you pretty fast, unless it's like, vegetables.
I don't know. The
fruit.
people in those countries.
And then what do
seem
you
to
do,
live
like a Native
about
American?
as long as us.
And Mexicans eat they're like it's all like fresh, simple ingredients. It's very like basic.
Papa
stuff.
John's.
Okay, now food aside,
Mhm.
you choose
Accents.
Mexican. Do you feel comfortable speaking in a Mexican accent every
See,
time?
Yeah, but you have to too. So
So you're a man of you're a
Say it a
quiet
few words,
a quiet Mexican
like
man.
a distinguished older
Uh-huh.
Mexican man with a cigar.
that was so good.
What was that? Is that Miss Swan?
You weren't talking about your own accent, were you?
I don't know. No, but you can say to them like, sorry, me sorry. I can't do accents. The only food I could have is whatever the Grinch.
I think we
was
should
eating.
play a new game, which is you do the accent and we try to guess what food you're
Yeah.
indicating.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea.
Let's do those.
No.
Me so sorry.
In a Mexican accent.
Japanese food? I think it was sushi. Do you want sushi?
Yeah. That was Chinese, right? That was takeout?
I thought that was some sort of like LA
Jamaican.
kind of
LA?
Mexican, you know what I mean? Or
You mean like Holmes? Like you're
Yeah,
doing
like
like
Holmes.
Cholo.
Yeah, like
That's
Cholo.
not what you did. You said you didn't go, me so sorry.
You just sort of quietly said, me so sorry. Almost like Jar Jar Binks.
That's what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Cantina.
I'll eat Gundan food. Exclusively Gundan food for the rest of my life.
Just purple orbs.
Man, I love that though. I love that game.
Man, that really got me. Brendan.
Health-wise, I think the Mediterranean diet is notorious.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
notoriously one of the healthiest
true.
ones.
Now, what is that? Like
Greek, you
Yeah.
go
Greek.
Greek
Spinach
food.
pies, Greek salad,
don't really-
Spinach,
gnocchi.
falafel, you stay right. You get that
Yeah.
influence in there.
But then you have
Can
to
you do a
talk
Greek
like-
accent?
And it's not that offensive.
Diner owner.
It's not that far. Yeah, but I mean, I can't.
Hey!
I don't think I can do a.
Don't touch my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, right?
What are you doing in my diner?
I sound like the guy that stole
Taking up the two
Pinocchio.
spots. Pick a spot. You're taking up two spots. Something like that. If I sounded like that. Although, why did we also assume that immediately it had to be the angriest version of a Greek accent?
Because they're angry. They're angry about being broke.
Diners are angry places because they're very hot, they're very compact, there's
And
a lot
they-
of sizzle
They
noises.
agree to put up. They know the business model. It's turn and burn. I got to get you out. I got to get you drunks out because there's 9 more drunks waiting
right,
to come
right,
in.
right,
So they're like
people.
they thrive. They've dedicated themselves to the shit-faced people who go to diners at night. That crowd.
They're heroes.
But then also being a hero about it, you get the fuck out.
I fucking love diners.
Diners are great.
Dude, another Jersey thing. We're obsessed with them out there.
Yeah, they really
yeah.
are. Jersey's a big diner.
It's
big
the diner
country.
capital of the world. And I'm amazed. Like, I started testing the menu. I remember my friends and I in college, because you'd go like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, back when they were all still 24 hours. A lot of them now aren't 24 hours post-COVID, which is, to me, that's a key part of the dining
Yeah.
experience,
Yes.
especially as comedians. We all know
Yeah.
there's a diner in this town. Thank God I don't need to worry about what
Yeah.
I'm eating post-show. You know?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a fucking Waffle House where someone's going to get stabbed and no one's going to react. Like, it's not one of those reactions, you know? But the diners, like, I remember in my 20s, my friends and I, we'd be like, let's all put our money together and see if they'll actually serve us lobster tails. There's no way they have lobster tails at 3 in the morning on a Wednesday, right? You order it, 6 minutes later, boom.
Oh,
shit.
Melted butter lobster tails. Here you
That's
go.
a diner thing, man.
Whatever
They
you
will
want,
find
they got-
whatever
Wait,
you
was
want.
it good?
The Greek diner. I mean, it was
frozen.
It was a
lobster
frozen
tails
lobster
from a
tail.
diner.
It was as
Yeah.
good as other things from diners.
That could go either way.
I know. I'm just very into
Yeah.
this. What a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
idea.
Those Greek diners in particular,
Yeah.
they're not bullshitting.
There's
No.
just something different about it, diner food, like the way it tastes.
the best.
You can't get it anywhere
Is
else.
there a more bankable object on a food menu in anywhere in America than the turkey club from a diner?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost impossible. to get
Cheeseburger
bad
from a
one.
diner?
I get a
and
Western
I'm
omelet.
biased.
100% of the time I get Western omelet.
Breakfast for
Yeah.
dinner is the move.
Yeah.
Pancakes.
I fucking love it.
French
Dude,
toast with
I-
2
I'm
eggs on
going
hard on the
to a
side.
diner.
We used to
immediately
go.
after.
I may have told this story on the show, but we used to go, like, when we were seniors in high school. We were allowed off campus and go to eat lunch and stuff like that. So we'd go to the diner and order, as much food as humanly possible.
Right.
And I remember I was just like obscenely gluttonous this one day. I was gonna order a chocolate milkshake, and I when this speaks to
There you
the
go again.
the accent stuff, and I ran back in and I went up to the busboy who was taking care of the table, and I go, "Hey man, could I actually order a chocolate milkshake to go?" And I've just never felt more like empathy for a person, because his face just like went like this, and he goes, "Chocolate la milkshake," and I was like, "Chocolate milkshake," and he goes. And I just left.
Did you?
I just immediately walked out.
Did you used to tell that story on stage?
No.
Because I remember, I don't know, man, maybe I'm having deja vu, but I just remember shakalaka da milkshake.
Irish
Like, I
goodbye.
just
I probably
remember
told
that.
it on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Back when I was a fan of these fucking guys.
Do you guys generally, when you're in New York, Do you generally know the location of the nearest diner?
Yeah.
In the back of your head?
I know a close one to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major parts, like where I'm at a lot. Here, I'll know it in Gramercy. I'll know it Upper West Side because of Stand Up New York. Near Upper East Side, I'll know because I used to live up there. So like major parts like
Yeah.
that. But if you stick me in like financial district, I'd have no
Right.
idea.
But when you're in neighborhoods that you are well traveled,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one in the financial district. There's a diner in the financial district where my dad told me to come up with a B plan, with a plan B. he was like, maybe you should think about.
How long ago was this?
Yesterday.
Yeah. What time is it? That was like 8-9 years ago.
Did he bring you down to the financial district to like show you examples
"Look."
of successful people?
Yeah.
Look at all these rich men.
You know, you could-
look at all these rich alpha males.
You could be the funny guy at the cubicle.
Dude, I remember my mom when I was in middle school during a like just behaviorally impossible period for me where I was just a
Right.
fucking animal. She took me to the diner at the end of our street, ordered me a chocolate pudding, put her head in her hands, and was just like, I just don't know what to do anymore.
What?
Oh, she had a panic attack.
She had a full breakdown. It was just like, I don't know how to get through to you, Michael. I
Diners-
don't know what to
And
do.
what did
And I'm
you
just
do?
fucking eating the skin on top of the pudding, having a great time.
You're like, you're eating the pudding. Do you think they have milkshakes?
I just kept being like, Mom, I'm good at sports. It's cool.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be fine.
So it's like sort of an intervention.
Yeah. Oh, I had
Pudding
so
intervention.
Yeah.
many childhood interventions, like behavioral school intervention. Never like drugs or anything because I didn't do them. But I had like my parents would like they'd just beat the piss out of me until they got tired, and then the next time I got trouble, they're like, "We hit you. Why didn't that work?"
Yeah, maybe we didn't punch the right spot.
Where's the off button?
Have you tried kicking? Kicking, I've heard, works really well in other countries.
All right. Sorry if that's saddened everybody. But next question. Robert V 2001. Scenario, you need to sell your house and you try to sell it to a real estate website. You take pictures of all the rooms, but in order to be more noticeable, you take the photos with a secret in all the photos. Maybe a secret person or a secret room.
Whoa.
What would that secret be and how would you put it in the photos?
Okay, so let me get this straight. We're taking photos and we're adding a little Easter egg in all the pictures.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Gotcha.
'Cause
Okay.
I didn't know what was happening.
That's the only way to. Yeah, like the South Park aliens.
I'm going to have a tiny, tiny mirror in every room that if you look closely, you could see me taking the picture in my full nudity.
That's nice. I like that a lot.
Right?
Damn it, dude.
You go, oh, dude, the first time you look at it, you go, oh, this fucking guy. He didn't see that he's in front of the mirror. All right, next one. He did it again. The hell?
It's also, it creates a nice story of you walking room to room naked, just taking the picture.
Yeah. With a sandwich in my hand.
I like that moment from Teen Wolf where at the end, when they win and they're celebrating, there's an extra that just took his cock out.
Really?
That's
yeah,
true?
yeah. In Teen
Oh,
Wolf,
that's
there's
awesome.
like
we
during the
get
big
that?
celebration. Yeah.
Can we
I've-
please
No, it's totally true.
see that on YouTube right
You
now?
haven't seen this? It's
I've
so.
never seen Teen Wolf.
Oh, Teen Wolf is
What?
great,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude, Teen Wolf's
It
one.
is-
There's a whole class of 80s movie
Yeah.
that I'm pretty convinced we all just don't talk about because we don't want to admit how much outsized influence they had on us comedically as children of the 80s. And Teen Wolf, Police Academy, right in there.
Yeah.
We don't
Oh,
want to admit
100%.
that we
I
all
haven't
Police
seen
Academy.
either
I've
of
seen.
those.
I like Police Academy.
I saw Police Academy 3 once.
I've seen,
Oh, I've seen all of them.
I've seen every
yeah,
single
yeah.
one multiple
I
times.
was
Police
big on the
Academy had a good
Bobcat
time.
one.
Oh yeah.
Was that 4? I think.
I think he first showed up.
2.
No, it
No?
wasn't 2.
It
He
was
first
later
showed
down
up
the
in.
line.
He first showed up as a bad guy in 3.
yeah,
and
that's
joined
right.
up in 4.
That's right.
When he infamously pulls up next to Sweet Chuck on his moped and says, "Nice bike. Where do the batteries go?"
Whoa.
Got him.
Good line.
Oh my God.
Good line. Nicole, did you find the guy with his penis out?
Do you actually want me to pull that up?
I do. Yeah, I would like everybody to see
But we
that. So it
can't
doesn't
show
seem
it
like
on
I'm
the
lying.
show, right?
No, but we can all describe it vividly.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really it's one of those things where just they show this thing and it's just a guy with his dick out through his zipper.
Now, how much trouble can you get in for doing, like, can't you just be like, dude, you could have fucking cut it out, right? Like, can you get in trouble for doing that?
Well, I think at that point it had been years down the line before they like noticed it. So I think
That's
it's
on
kind
them.
of just it's on them.
That's crazy.
It's one of those things.
I want to see this so bad.
Especially if
How's
it's
the
enough
cock?
that you could see it.
It's good.
It's a good cock.
Good dick.
Damn.
It's weird. It made it so much more awkward that the clip didn't start.
Yeah.
We all just sort of thought the
Oh,
clip
here
was
we
going to
go.
start right then.
Here we go.
Where is he,
Okay.
Kenan?
Right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? That's hilarious.
Not a good dick. Oh, I thought I remember it being bigger.
Oh wow, this guy rules, dude. It sucks that
I like the guy
Plaything
looking
was there
straight
for
into
so
camera,
long.
too.
Oh yeah.
He's like not. I thought he was like in a group of people. He's like 2 rows back alone.
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
you do it.
Clearly
Yeah.
in the
What a
shot.
shock. What a shock that the guy who takes his dick out is off in a corner by himself.
In my head, I was.
This is
picturing
also
it-
the cropped in version of it. So the thing is a wider shot and it shows more people, and then he's just kind of hanging there dangling.
That's
trout.
awesome.
Yeah, I can't believe that you gathered his penis. He had a good.
This is
dick
like a
with it.
famous thing.
No, that you were like he's got a great dick.
I thought in my head I've
called-
added inches to this over the
I
years.
thought
dude.
It's like when you see your dad's dick when you're young.
I
and
could
you're like,
still
"That
see
thing
the
was a
bottom
fucking
of the.
huge."
I
yeah.
can still see the bottom of his tidy whities. I do love that it says penis bomb, which is
That's the
kind of photo bomb. Penis bomb.
That's a good band name.
I feel like that'd be a good all chicks band name.
Yeah.
penis bomb. Yeah. You know what else would be good? 5-star reviews.
Hey.
Wow.
That's right.
Ready?
Write them on iTunes
That's
or
a
wherever.
segue.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Segue.
Write some reviews, share with your friends. Word of mouth is the most effective way at spreading the word of the show. Do all that stuff. Write reviews, subscribe to our YouTube, and patreon.com/scenariopod if you want to get a question in. Also, you can submit questions to our Instagram. When we run out of Patreon questions, we go there. And then, Chris, what do you have to plug?
I run a podcast called Beautiful Anonymous. It's pretty fun. I talk to strangers on the phone. It's a good time. That's the
That's
big
awesome.
one. Then I'm always out there touring too. ChrisGethard.com for info on that.
Hell yeah.
How do you get the people on the phone? Like,
I tweet out a phone number, and then whoever calls, I just talk to them for an hour.
whoa.
What number?
That's
what do you get?
awesome.
A burner phone? How do you
Yeah.
get a new phone number?
No, it's through the internet.
Yeah, you can get a Google number that redirects.
Damn.
Yeah, not too bad.
New season of The Wire. Start doing modern stuff. Anyway, what you got going on?
So is this come out? I actually knew exactly what you're talking about. Is this come out July 5th, Nicole?
Yeah.
Then this weekend, please come see me in Seattle at Last on Friday and Saturday, Portland Helium on Sunday, and then come, if you're in Los Angeles, come out to the Comedy Store on July 12th, and then the 14th and 15th, I'll be at the Grand Comedy Club in Escondido, MikeFeeneyComedy.com for tickets. Thanks.
Twitch.tv/Sags to Riches. Also at the end of August, I'll be at the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island. Please buy tickets. They're available on my website. And then all three of us are doing a live podcast / stand-up show in Manasquan, New Jersey.
That's right.
Yeah,
Tickets
now-
are also available
Yeah.
for that.
Now,
September 16th.
we should also take a second just to explain how, like, it's different from this. It's a very interactive podcast show. Like, when you go to this, again, you are creating the show for us, the people in the audience. First, you get stand-up from all
Right.
three of us, and then you get afterwards, you write down the suggestions as you're coming into the show, and we read them out. It's very interactive. It's very fun. People end up, like, some people take very pride ownership of their questions. Other people are like ashamed and hide and won't fess up to it. But the ones who fess up to it always
Oh, yeah.
become like,
Yeah.
you're a very big
Legends.
part of the show. Yeah,
Immediate legends.
they're legends in Manasquan.
That's
So
right.
come on out to that.
Yeah, get tickets. It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to be in Phoenix July 13th at CB Live, and then 14th and 15th, Houston, Texas. I can't think of a better time of year to hit both climates. And then in August, I'm in Uncasville, Connecticut at Comics Mohegan Sun. And then
with
again-
me.
Yeah, Brendan's coming as
going.
well. That's right.
Brendan!
Gonna be a fun time. We're gonna do hallucinogens, and then Point Pleasant, or I'm sorry, Manasquan in September.
I also forgot to plug this Saturday. I'm going to be in a diner with my dad. He's going to be begging me to get a job with a safety net, 401k.
Oh, you're going too?
Yeah. It's down in the financial
there
district.
too.
We're going to have a real heart-to-heart.
It was really and it was raining outside too, so it was like,
Tickets for that. Tickets for that at brownpapertickets.com.
Yeah. Incredible.
I wonder if
Disappointment
people
of
would
Islam.com.
pay to watch
you have a heart
somebody-
to heart with your dad. Absolutely, dude. I would drive it from Jersey for that.
Holy
You
shit.
want to open?
In Conversation, Brendan Sagalow and his dad. Next week at 92Y.
A crushing fable.
Brendan Sagalow in Conversation. I love that. It
That is,
comes right off the tongue.
that's good stuff, dude. You absolutely should do that.
Nicole.
Nicole C. Lines on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube at Here's the Scenario.
That's right. All right, let's get back to the questions. Brendan's writing that idea down.
Hey, Siri.
Siri, remind me how to get rich.
He writes it. He just in 3 months we'll see it on his Instagram account. And be like very slow. Title it Brendan Sagalow in Conversation.
Conversation.
Okay, Jack. Okay, Jack's redemption question time. Oh, I think he may have asked a dumb one with. Was that with
Mateo.
Joe or Mateo?
Mateo really. put
Oh,
him in his
he has the
place.
bad one, didn't he?
That's right. Okay,
here
so
we-
his redemption. Loved Chris in Broad City. This question can be for anyone/everyone. If you guys woke up still in New York City, but you could tell something was off, and you're somehow living in a TV show, what New York TV show would it be? You have to end
Oh,
up interacting
that's a
with
good
the
question.
cast
What a
of the
bad
show
question.
often.
What a bad
So
question.
Bad question.
Imagine what Mateo would have to say about this.
Next.
That's a
So wait,
great.
wait.
So any show you have to
And
interact
you have
with
to
the
interact with the
cast.
cast.
Awesome.
have to.
Ooh, I wish
Yeah.
it
Do you make as
included
much money as
movies
them?
too. 'cause
I just
so
also
many
wanna-
New York movies.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could just say the fucking Warriors. Just wake up and realize you're living in like a post-apocalypse where
Dude.
gangs rule the streets.
Seinfeld would be fun too because you have,
That or Seinfeld.
yeah, either or.
Post-apocalyptic New York City, roaming the streets, taking what you want, killing who
Or
you want to.
Or Seinfeld.
Or me and my
Kramer's.
friends.
Dude, running
friend.
into Kramer and Newman often, people are doing like, it's kind of close to New
Buddy,
York City, but with more character.
Seinfeld is the
What?
worst choice. Don't say what. Don't what snipe me.
What?
Seinfeld's the worst choice. Anybody that runs into them is fucked. Anybody who's like in their universe, they fuck you over somehow.
Not
So,
Kramer, not on purpose.
Kramer fucks up so many things.
He fucks up, but he's got a good heart.
Do you know what I
More than we could
Do you
say
know what
about
I
you.
love about this back and forth?
Let's
is
hear
that
it.
I've watched Brendan for minutes dig for an example somewhere in his
You know, when like,
and he couldn't find a
Elaine-
single one.
you know, and then
The only person
what
that's
about the
ever-
last episode when they have everyone they fucked over in
Right, but
court
none of-
talking about how they fucked them over?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need
There you
an
go.
example. But I
Babu
just gave-
Bot would have been a great example.
Babu.
Yeah, but that
Babu.
was Jerry,
Babu.
not Kramer. And he was trying to.
Let's
ruined his
let's-
life.
Let's open it to movies too. Is Warriors that would be the one you'd
The
pick?
Warriors would be fun.
Yeah,
Just to realize, like, oh, there's no rules, there's no laws.
just go fucking ape shit.
That-
Weird,
there's a
weird baseball themed gangs.
But you'd rather the Warriors than say a Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York has too much history and
gonna
realism.
smell.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
more like the idea of like, oh, I'm waiting on the subway platform and here comes the assholes in overalls and roller skates again.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's a good world.
Maybe Spider-Man would be cool.
Okay.
Good call.
But you're constantly under attack too.
Sure.
That's the thing. Like,
I mean,
you
I
could be living in one of the buildings that Spider-Man gets like thrown into at 100 miles an hour and just blast through,
Yeah.
and you're like, that was everything I
a
had.
lizard's tail just
Yeah, yeah.
pulls me. I could just say made in Manhattan. And just live a normal life.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Mine would be Flight 93, starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I think that's wow. We all came up with really different answers. I also do
Oh,
want
I
to
got an
co-sign, by the
answer.
way. You were great on Broad City.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Get off his dick.
And even that's Brendan's catchphrase. He throws in a lot.
That's fair.
Well, I wouldn't have to say it. Anyway, I thought of another good one. Along Came Polly would be a great one.
That is a good one.
That's
Yeah.
very normal, though.
Her apartment
Bang
fucking
Jennifer
is sick.
Aniston.
Yeah. All right. So they
But
didn't say that.
running into Jennifer Aniston. No,
they didn't say you get to rape the cast,
Yeah.
but they did say you get to interact with them.
Let me
which-
tell you
that's
why.
exciting
Let me
for
tell you why Along Came Polly would be terrible.
Okay.
It's because
Oh,
first
man.
off, Jennifer Aniston in that movie is a complete mess. She's got ferrets
She's
running
so
around.
hot, though.
She's
Yeah,
incredibly,
right up my alley.
incredibly attractive. But you're like, again,
What a discerning taste you have there, Brendan.
Ferrets?
love the beautiful woman.
Ferrets running around.
So there's ferret. She's losing her keys. Everything. You
Yeah.
have Ben Stiller's character is just this like overly anxious, tightly wound nerd. So you're like, that guy sucks to be around. The child actor,
you're in comedy,
Philip Seymour
it's hilarious.
Hoffman.
I like him.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is a egotistical former child actor who thinks that he's still God's gift to Earth. So he's a nightmare to run around all talking to. The only guy that would be kind of fun to interact with is Alec Baldwin because he had no personal he had no personal boundary. Mike turns it off
It's
when
a
he
great
talks
hard.
about-
You know what'd be really weird about this whole
'Cause I have
situation
to.
too, especially with something like with Along Came Polly, where you're going into that world, you're like, go into that world. They're the characters, but they don't know that in your universe, that is Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston, and like, you're like, I gotta see Philip Seymour Hoffman. In my universe, you're dead. In my universe, you overdosed on heroin, and you're a really amazing actor. You know, that's crazy.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I think my meth just kicked in.
Next question. TJ, would you rather fight a bear on cocaine or a shark on meth? Or
Whoa.
a rhinoceros on fentanyl? Let's just lop that part off because it's the only right answer.
Yeah.
So yeah, any animal on fentanyl is
Right.
more or less
I'm saving that animal.
Maybe they meant
Yeah.
but meth, I mean, both would just absolutely destroy you. I think you'd, as much as this sounds dumb, I think you'd want to go with the bear because while it can climb and run and claw and thing, at least you have you're not swimming. You're not
Yeah.
keeping your body above water
Right.
while also looking for it and seeing,
Yeah.
like
well, and sharks move with less effort, so they're going to be all
Yes.
jazzed up, but they're not exerting themselves a tremendous amount. A bear has the more potential for a heart attack.
I would say this though, just counterpoint to what you said. If the fight is happening on land, I'll opt for the shark. This
This is true.
That's true.
What if it's so methed out it gets up on its tail? And just starts-
tries to
Yeah.
flees the sea and tries to fight me
What
on
were
land.
those-
And that
what were
one, I think it starts to even out.
Oh, those ones from the
Street
90s?
sharks.
Street
So, yeah,
sharks?
because-
They wear leather jackets.
Oh shit.
yeah.
He's got overalls on. Yeah, do you get to pick your coliseum? You know, do you get to pick where you get to fight him?
Yeah.
If it was in the ocean, I would if it was a shark, I'd want it to not be like in a small SeaWorld tank. It's like make it in the Pacific Ocean.
Did you watch the most recent shark human fight in Egypt?
Oh yeah, we watched that.
Shark human fight?
Yeah, it was a fight between a shark and a human.
Was it a fight or was it a
It was kind of a fight.
I mean, I
It was
guess
more of an incident.
any attack could be a fight,
It was
but
awful. His legs went up in the air. It was.
I mean, it's comical if you can kind of, not have a
Separate yourself
soul.
from your
yeah, if you can
humanity.
really separate. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, yeah, he is like kind of going like this.
it's
and
the scene from Ace Ventura.
dragging him.
It's not
and then
Snowflake.
his
It's
feet
not
go down.
Snowflake.
oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty
tough.
crazy.
It's real tough.
I will say though, I might actually opt shark because if you can somehow by a miracle wrestle that shark onto land, the things change. If you get the bear in the water,
Yeah.
the bear is still gonna fucking destroy you.
True.
Ooh.
Me
What if-
versus a bear in water, I still stand.
Can
no chance.
grizzlies swim?
I
Like
think
all
so.
those?
I think
They can do it all.
I think they can swim as
What
well as
can't
we
they do?
can.
No, yeah.
Now
The shark, I can find its disadvantage. The
Well,
bear,
the
And
shark
apparently, if you just put your hand in front of a shark, they fall into hypnosis and like turn over onto their belly.
Well,
and you
I don't-
set them
yeah, but
off
I
that
think-
somewhere
has to
else.
be an urban legend that so many people have
dude,
died
it's
from.
real.
Yeah.
Like, ha!
Have you ever seen it? It's not
Yeah.
punching. You
A
have to-
shark tries to come at you someday and you just try to
Planting?
like Jedi mind trick it into hypnosis.
well, dude, if you now the only move because remember they're on meth.
Yes.
So I think the only move would be I float in the water as it's like dun 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 dun, like charging me, and then as it comes, I kind of Keanu it,
Olay.
but grab
The dorsal.
the fin up top, and then
Sure.
that way I can kind of just stay on its back and kind of ride it.
Do you know who? Does
Although I
that?
will run out of breath.
Do you know who does that?
You?
Thomas Jane in Deep Blue Sea.
Whoa.
Yes, he. Oh, wow! I loved that movie.
I know. I weirdly like that movie too.
It was the summer of giant animal attack movies.
Yeah.
That-
oh,
that
Megalodon
looks
2.
like
How good does
sweet.
that look,
Like
dude?
Placid.
Megalodon movie.
Lake Placid came out that summer
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
The big alligator.
Crocodiles.
Crocodile.
Or something.
I'll put another thing out there though about this one. This is actually a very good question. If the bear is on cocaine, you only really need to last long enough for the bear to run out of cocaine.
Oh.
And then
At
it
that
has
point,
to
it
go get
changes.
more.
And if you have cocaine, it becomes your friend.
Oh,
There you
got
go.
cocaine in your Come here, boy.
If you
Whoa.
have cocaine and at that point it's just outlasting the bear.
Yeah.
Because once you have cocaine and it has
Or giving it
cocaine,
giving it unlimited. coke.
Or if you can find a way to summon its wife, then they'll get into some sort of argument.
right, or some sort of prostitute to distract him.
Just a bear in a miniskirt.
Yeah, if you can set up a home casino around the bear, he'll shit away his entire worth. All right, next question. Ethan, Skull Fox. I think we have time for a couple more. Nicole, how long has it been?
40.
All right, we have time for several more. Did I do early plugs then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Felt early. I was
Did it?
I was shocked.
Did we even ask Nicole to plug?
I did.
We did.
Oh.
I did.
You did not.
All right.
You forgot.
Ethan,
Okay.
would you rather always be soaking wet head to toe or always be dying of thirst?
Oh no.
That sucks. Both those suck.
Can I tell you this though? I think you might want to pick, as long as you're not actually dying of thirst. If you are hydrated, you just have, I guess, permanent cotton
You look
mouth.
horrible. You would look horrible. You'd be all gray.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is if you were actually hydrated, but you just were dying of thirst, you're just thirsty.
Dry tongue.
Dry mouth.
Dry mouth.
Yeah. And
That's kind of how I live already.
then you can kind of just have a gum for that, right?
It is, I was just
Yeah.
thinking that,
Oh,
like,
cotton mouth?
I'm kind of living with that. I have constant Mr. Ed peanut butter gums.
Dude, soaking wet. You know how cold it is when wind blows and you're wet? It's like, oh.
Yeah,
you know?
that sucks.
The winter? I mean, it's just, you just have walking pneumonia.
Yeah, that definitely sucks. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I think
Yes,
I
you
could.
know.
What?
You know.
Maybe
You know
I'd move
it's
to
not-
California.
Uh-huh.
I liked being wet all the time in Hawaii. You
Yeah,
know?
you could.
That was cool.
You could like move to Fire Island or something.
Imagine
know, I got-
trying to sleep
adjust
one
to
night
that.
on a soaking wet sheets.
You're on a beach.
I could do it. I could do it.
No, you get a hammock.
Yeah.
Get a hammock.
Yes.
It's
That
wet.
is what you
Not
get.
too much.
No, it doesn't. It goes through the ropes. it actually
more
but
through the
then
ropes.
the wet actually helps because it softens the ropes.
It'd be so cold.
I'll just point out we're pointing this out as like the workaround to make it good. So you have to sleep in a hammock.
Yeah, but
either
otherwise
way.
I'm waking up and I'm like,
yeah.
Which again, you do
yeah,
now.
it's every day. Every day. I wake up as if somebody threw a 90-mile-per-hour fastball of sand into the back of my throat and then also filled me with gallons of water. I piss vociferously. Is that the right word?
It's a great
Yeah,
word.
It applies.
Nice.
Vociferously.
Look at that.
Doesn't sound like a word when I say it.
No, it doesn't. Brendan, spell rhinoceros.
Go.
Rhinoceros?
Yes.
I think I could do that one.
Well, I'm asking you to.
R. Y.
What?
Hold on. Why do I my stalling?
Yeah.
I want to say R. Why would they ask me this? RH. Why? Are they asking me to do? Am I doing that joke again? RHINO
Hey. Mm-hmm. Yes.
You are so handsome. O R? I don't know, man. That's hard.
Are you doing that character again?
Are you gonna tell me what it is?
Rhinar. Be so sorry, Rhinar.
Oh man, I don't know. How do you spell that? How do you spell it?
RHINOCER.
C.
Rhinoceros.
I thought that.
What is it?
S.
Rhinoceros?
That's an S sound. For Christ's sake.
Yeah, but you didn't
say
even
S,
say
you said-
yes.
Yeah, you said R again.
I was gonna say R's. S is what I want to do. RS is what I want to. Oh, I meant is S.
Well, that was brought to you by TJ. Jack says spell criteria.
I think I actually could spell this one. This seems easy.
This is the best.
CRITERIA.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Play the sound.
Okay.
Dust off the sound that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
never
yeah.
had to use.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
The whole-
Let's go, Brandon.
Okay, Instagram questions. We have one. It's a long one. You ready?
Hit me.
From Ash_85. Birth year, probably. Got another question for the four of you. We need more Nicole answers. Okay, they're discounting Chris. This one is a little dark, and I don't think it's been asked before. If you could legally get away with murdering someone once in your life with no consequences and no guilty conscience, how would you kill the person? The person has to have wronged you directly in some way, so you can't go vigilante to save a bunch of people or do it on behalf of someone else. It's purely an act of revenge. However, after you kill them, the person is resurrected immediately and returns to the same age and point in life, but as a better person that has no knowledge of their
Wow.
death or that you killed them.
I love that because here's what they're saying. They're saying it's a
That does
guilt-free,
throw a whole thing into
it's
it.
a guilt-free kill, and I'm bettering the person. If that's the case, I'm killing someone the way that I feel like anybody would want to kill someone, which is like end of John Wick 1 style, where you just walk up to or American Gangster, Denzel, just walk up to someone, bam, right in the head, and there's no guilt, they said, about it, and they come back and they're good. That feels great.
See, I feel like in this guilt-free scenario, that's way too quick.
But it feels
I want
so
it to last. I
cool.
want them to know it's me.
Oh, you want to torture? You want to
I want them to
upgrade?
know
it?
it's me. I want them. It's like if they're gonna wake up, forget I did this, and they're gonna improve. Then I want to savor this moment. I'm improving their life while getting my own revenge.
Yeah.
I already have ideas on who I would kill, how I would do it. It would probably be. I keep a pipe near my bed in case I ever need to beat anyone to death.
Nice.
And I'd
A
probably
pipe?
use that. Yeah.
Not a
Nice.
bat?
No, a bat's to me a bat is a little too unwieldy as far as like if I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, I have a
Right.
pipe. It's about yay long. If anyone was to ever break in my house and threaten my son, I would kill that person.
Yeah, yeah.
My wife too. You know,
Yeah.
at that if
Yeah.
it's
Kill
just
her
the
just for
adults,
good measure.
I'd kill her.
Yeah.
Say she
Just for startling
No.
you?
If it was just my wife and I, maybe we try to talk it out with the intruder. If my son is in the house, I kill the person. I beat
Yeah.
the
Right.
person
Sure.
to death
Yeah, yeah.
instantly, no questions asked. Why
Yeah.
are you in here? I beat you to death. And I'd want them to know. I'd take my time. I'd pause in between the last few beats of the pipe. I'd make sure we made eye contact.
Hell yeah.
I'd make sure they knew I did this,
Nice.
and I'd pray for them to change on their.
That would be a good,
Return.
just beating someone to death would be, but it's.
I'm ordering a pipe on Amazon right now.
A beaten
What-
pipe?
What's so,
Pipe.
what's so weird too, we used to put a bat next to, because my wife was nervous, you know what I mean, about, living in Queens or whatever. And she was like, I had a metal bat, a softball bat, and we put that like right next to her head. But then there was a few times where I came home and she was like sound asleep, and I like walked in the room and she didn't wake up or anything. And you go, well, this is actually probably I'm like literally putting like the murder weapon next. So if someone broke
Right.
in
They
and
go,
got
"Oh,
to the
that's
bedroom, go,
convenient."
wow, I don't even have to use my own weapon. Just like fucking, it's like a. But did you slide it underneath your mattress or something, or is it visible at all times?
It's no, it's between my dresser and the bed on the floor.
Oh, smart. Smart.
It's like right on the floor there. Nobody's gonna see it when they walk in. But like if I roll out of the bed, if I'm like and roll out of the bed in fear, it's right there, so I can come right back up with it,
right.
Is it
Awesome.
lead,
kill the people. I don't
Lead
know
pipe?
what metal it is. No,
Carbon?
carbon fiber? It'd be very light.
It's a
Whoa.
carbon rod,
It's-
like from The
so-
Simpsons.
It's got a fucking spoiler.
My like two main weapons in my house are both from Hilarities in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So
Really?
I have an
Bats.
ingrained bat, a Louisville Slugger that
Nice,
could
that you're like,
absolutely.
I don't want to hit you with this, man. I really like this thing.
Oh, I do. I want to put that straight through somebody's adult soft spot. I have no problem unloading that thing on somebody. And then they also, the last time I was there, they got me wood brass knuckles. And I was like, these are awesome. Can you mail them to me?
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Right.
Yeah, the next
I'm
time
not
you go there, they're
going
going to give you
into
a
an area.
gun.
When you're on the road and anyone gives you a thing that necessitates you checking your bag, oh my
How
goodness.
dare you?
I'll
Yeah.
give you like road spikes. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll put this under the plane.
So do you still have the wooden knuckles?
Oh yeah. I have them in my top drawer, and my bat is actually in my closet. But I should
Yeah.
probably I had it next to my bed, and then my son would take it out and just like hit the TV with it. So I was like, all right, I should probably.
You know what else I have that I think you guys would be a fan of? Have you ever heard of a Manrique chain?
No.
You'll
I've
recognize it
heard,
from Double
yeah.
Dragon. Remember the bad guys in Double Dragon who held the chains with the weights on each end in the video game?
Can you pull up a
Swing 'em
Manrique
around.
chain?
Like in
Oh,
Kill
like
Bill?
a ball and
It's
mace?
smaller
Like a
though, but there's a
mace.
weight on each end. When because I used to be pretty fucking. I own one of
Whoa.
those. I own one of those.
Cool.
I don't know how
Whoa.
to use it well, but When I was younger, I was very mentally unstable, very unhinged, and I used to walk around with one of those in my bag at all times.
Whoa.
Really?
Just to protect yourself.
Yeah.
What is that? Just
Were
like
you getting
little
picked on?
anchor at the end?
This was in my 20s.
I mean, how do you even use that? I would be like going like this and shit.
Odds
like,
are you're just gonna knock your own fucking teeth out.
You're definitely gonna hurt
There
yourself.
was one time where I was walking in New York. I had it with me in the city in my early 20s. I still lived in Jersey, and I was heading back to Penn Station. And this was, 20 years ago. But even still, I would argue like that stretch around between Penn Station and Port Authority at night,
Oh.
it still gets
Yeah.
pretty dicey. Like it's
Crazy,
still one of like from the Garment District up to Port Authority.
Yeah.
After a certain point of night, weird shit still
Is that
happens.
bikini bar still over there? There was a
Yeah.
bikini bar right by Port Authority
Sand.
that used to do a stand, like an open mic or a show or something like that. And I remember walking in there and being like, this is fucking weird,
Dark.
man. Like
Right.
just like super dark, right near the bus, like visible scars on everybody, like looking like fresh violence could break out at any fucking point. And then because I didn't even live in the city, so I'd have to walk from there to Port Authority,
Port
to then
Authority.
take the bus back. And it was like a
Dude,
fucking
Giuliani
nightmare.
just forgot. He ran out of money just before Port Authority.
Yeah.
Port Authority's so fucked up. But I had a group of drunks followed me down a block and started saying stuff, and I just turned around and I had that chain in my hand, and they
Yeah.
just were like, "All right, man." And I
Whoa.
How did you hold?
that's
How did you
awesome.
hold that chain?
I held the one weight on the end and let the other end fall.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
And they
Nice.
just saw that I had some weird weapon, and it actually worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
if
if you
someone-
pull that out, I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
does
a little
this guy
knife
know?
is like-
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a bike chain, but with
Yeah.
like fishing anchors at the end of it.
Well, it looks like a perfect thing to fucking wrap around
Right.
somebody's
Yeah.
neck
There's
too.
a lot of ways to kill a person.
You want it to like hit the ground and then you like scrape up like
Sparks.
Yeah.
would be really cool. Like, let's fucking go. You're like the ghost.
That looks like
Motorcycle guy.
That
Ghost
looks like
Rider.
the weapon Bebop and Rocksteady would have.
Yeah, I want to also be clear. I'm not kidding about any of this, and this was in a stretch of life where within months of the incident I just described, I would have a complete mental breakdown that led to 20 years of therapy. So let me also say, I don't think this is a cool thing to do. But I did used to walk around with one of those,
Wow.
praying for a
So
chance
this was
to use
this was
it.
one of the last big
Yeah.
incidents.
This was one of the things like, here's a logical thing to do with where I'm at. And then within months, I was in very heavy
Is it-
therapy, medicated for the first time.
Did you see this in like an anime or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
where'd
no,
you
I
get that
bought
on
it at the
Mod
best
Street?
website in the world, which I don't even know if it's still around.
Weapons.com.
No, you could never guess something as beautiful as the website. I have no idea if it still exists.
This better be good.
Tigerstrike.com.
Oh yes,
That's
That's
great.
nice.
I
I
have
like
no
that.
idea.
That's
They used
great.
to sell
Google it.
these
Yeah.
and those ninja shoes that they said you could like run
Oh.
up trees with them and shit.
Whoa,
with
that's
the
awesome.
with the two toes or whatever.
Oh, there it is.
Tigerstrike.com. Do they
Oh,
still
it's
sell?
different than it used to be. What else do they have?
Okay.
Now it's more like
now they're
Yeah.
training people for good.
ninja.
Ninja.
Whoa.
Yeah, see? Get the shoes.
Sold out.
The shoes are sold out.
Oh, I want those
Dude,
shoes.
Of course.
That's
they're
just a
How
sold
much
out.
are those
costume,
shoes?
though.
Yeah.
Flying off the
It's
fucking
just
shelves, man.
Dude, how much are ninja shoes?
I got an alert for when they get the ninja shoes.
Yeah, you think you'd see more people in trees.
There is one store in Lake George that has like old ninja shit. So they have like legit samurai swords. They have throwing stars. It's stuff that you buy when you're like
Whoa.
13 years old and your parents give you $50 for your first time ever.
Sure.
And you just spend all of it immediately
Yeah.
for a full weekend of like food. And
Yeah.
me and my friends bought throwing stars. We bought a small katana.
Lake George is great for that. Blowguns.
The best, dude.
Bow and
They're
arrow.
so cheap.
Lake George is like-
$40.
You can have a nice little vacation as a family there. You can also buy the most gross pro-Trump, like a picture of Trump like fingering a woman with his middle finger that says "I'll melt you, snowflake." Like there's stores that sell shit like that.
Female
No
snowman.
joke though, right? Like
Okay.
it's pretty fascinating that place. Pretty fascinating.
Those are cool.
Dude, they're only $40.
That's crazy.
That's
We
very
should
like,
all have
hey,
these.
let's
Everybody.
go, Key Cow City. This is very much
Hell
that.
yeah.
I mean, hypothetical is: would you wear those or no other shoes for the rest
Those
of your
look
life?
comfortable
That's
as hell.
fine.
Yeah, I would.
Except
wear those.
when you take them off, your toes are going to be like,
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, is it like wearing? Because I don't even like thong sandals, and that's between your big toe and
Ugh.
your middle thing. This looks like it splits. Oh, actually, no, it's right after the big toe.
Oh.
Is it 1 and 4 or 2 and 3?
I think it's 1 and 4, right?
Yeah, but you have to walk around like this all the time.
You have to
like,
creep.
It's rubber too, so
Yeah.
it's very good for any weather.
I didn't. They got a demonstration video now.
Oh, can we watch the demonstration video, Nicole?
This is our Ninja high top split toe
Why is it a white
caddy
guy?
boot. As you can see, it has
There's
a
always a
hook and
white
loop
guy.
closure for a secure fit.
Oh, it's Velcro.
Right
Wow.
off, along with a rubber sole.
Now, why would you? Can you pause? one
Velcro's
sec?
cool.
Velcro is not cool if
Very
you're
loud,
a ninja. Yeah. It's the loudest ever.
It's got Velcro.
There's also an alarm on them that
and you
goes off.
yeah, you could also tap dance with them. Check
Yeah.
this out.
Also, there's only 12 seconds. Like, if your demonstration video is just like holding it up, like
Yeah.
like
So here's
motherfucker, I want to see you run up a tree. I want to see you
I
do a
don't-
backflip.
Kick a violent person.
Yeah, run up something or hurt someone.
All right, yeah, I want to see if there's any other. All right. Oh.
Oh,
None of them
His
were wearing.
favorite
Weren't
photos.
even wearing shoes.
his favorite photos.
Why did they go up to the knee? To like a real
TigerStrike.com.
harlot.
Wow, well, good for them for staying in business all these
All
years.
these years. Yeah, I think I ordered my chain from them in 1999.
And they
Wow.
don't even sell them anymore.
Well,
yeah, I'm
Weapons,
shocked at that.
you know?
Are there? There's no man
products,
for sale?
weapons,
Dude,
products, weapons.
but that's probably one of those things where, like, you know, those rods that can kind of come out and then
Yeah.
yeah,
where it's like
That looked
completely
awesome.
and it's totally illegal to carry around.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
think I want
wonder if
that.
men-
What's that
that's
called?
cool.
What's
An
that?
ass.
those things were fucking cool
ASP?
for a while.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
I would like a just a cattle prod.
my
Like
buddy.
something you could use as almost like a police flashlight, but that can also at a
Oh.
distance electrocute somebody.
Yeah,
Bet I
Yeah,
could
that
get
would be
ass on
great.
Amazon.
my buddy had bought one of those, and then that day we got searched by the cops in like a parking lot. And they found it.
Whoa.
That
And he
day,
that day,
dude, those cops did you a fucking favor.
for sure. I
There's
mean, I
another
was-
version of your life where you pulled that out in a fight and somebody hit you in the head with a shovel.
Oh, it wasn't mine. It was my buddy's.
Yeah, but it would have been you.
yeah.
How much trouble did your buddy get in for having it?
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. I mean, they might have just
You
taken
never
it.
checked in. You're like, phew, not on my permanent
Yeah,
record. Fuck
haven't,
off.
Haven't seen him since.
At that point, he had been getting arrested a lot too. So
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he's snitching because I don't know. But what's he
Snitches get
snitching
stitched.
on?
Just other weapons that you
Hey,
have.
Brendan got 5 guys twice today.
I got one final question.
Last one. Let's do it.
If you had the chance, would you want to be pain free for the rest of your life?
No,
No.
you
Yeah.
can't do that.
No.
Are we all no? Nicole, would you?
Like physical or emotional?
I think it just means
All
pain.
encompassing.
I think it's
Because
all
without the emotional
encompassing.
pain, all of our careers are
It's over.
done.
Yeah.
Or
We're just
also-
gonna go be well-adjusted
Also-
and happy.
We'll also
not- it's-
experience
but not
no
even.
joy.
It's worse than that. It's as if we are just we are just numb on the couch, like doing nothing.
Yeah, it's
at
when
that
you
point,
got-
it's just
Yeah, you might not even know what happy is, or you might just take advantage and become this evil guy who feels no pain. You're like, I don't give.
I would.
I'm
I'd use it
happy
for
with
bad.
anything.
I'd
I'll
use it
kill
for
you.
evil.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My whole life is a reaction to the emotional pain and all of my creativity. So if I don't have that, then I'm just what I look like. That's the fucking saddest. Can you imagine me without having a sense of humor? Just this fucking what
Bummer,
a waste
dude.
of fucking space. Then I'm just how people treat me the 23 hours and 45 minutes a day where I'm not on stage. At which point I feel like I have a valid contribution of some level. Just how I get treated in delis and coffee shops all day. People be like, you fucking you're the fucking Danny DeVito from Twins. You worthless piece of shit.
That's the show, everybody.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so much, Chris Gethard, for
Thanks
coming
for having
on.
me, guys.
Such a
Check out
fun
his podcast.
time.
Dude,
and,
fuck
yeah, listen
yeah.
to Chris's podcast. What is it?
Beautiful Anonymous.
Beautiful Anonymous. And thank you. We love you.
Later.